What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this is week 4 of Colosseum Murmillo against Luis. I'm just gonna quickly go over the team. Raticate was there. It's a Swords Dance Sucker Punch knockoff, double edge, because it breaks everyone to it kills Quagsire, kills Dragapult, Azov dies, Bulu gets to it KO'd, and like Bulu takes a lot. Not even to it KO'd. He takes a lot. Even Fizdev Bulu is to it KO'd, if I'm not mistaken. Heatran. +2 knock just kills Heatran, I think, so that's pretty crazy. Lando is 2 KO'd, even defensive through Intimidate, so actually, would Intimidate? No, yeah, pretty sure Lando dies. Anyway, Rat breaks everybody, and I have Sucker Punch for Lando, so the idea was like to set up +2, kill something, be on a sliver of health, have Lando come in to revenge me, because everyone else just gets bopped by Sucker Punch. Like, if he, like, +2, if he was to revenge with Bulu, he's dead. If he tries to revenge with Dragapult or Azov, they die to Sucker. So Lando had to be it. So I would take. So the idea was to kill something with Rat, and then get, damage on Lando, putting him in range of Xurkitree Sweep. So Xurkitree is here with Blunder Policy. I didn't bring Hypnosis this time, just Zap Cannon. Honestly, the Xurkitree set was like, I was just greedy. He has a Lando and a Quagsire and a Tapu Bulu, so he's got a lot stopping Xurkitree. I was just a little reckless here. Hatterene I brought for only one reason, and that is to bait Heatran, to chip Heatran, put him in Xurkitree range. Hatterene was pretty useless, but the set was, I mean, you'll see. Arrow was simple DD3 attacks to sweep once Quagsire is gone or in range. Barraskewda was just a complete slap on. Flip turn, whatever, just a flip turn around. Torterra though was really good here, so beats Quagsire, 2 KOs Dragapult, while living 2 hits from Fizdev variants, 2 KOs Azelf, while living 1 hit from Azelf, always, even an Ice Punch. Bulu, I actually 2 KO with Heavy Slam. Heatran obviously Earthquake, but he's faster, but I do live 1 attack from full. And Lando, whatever. The best he can do to me is U-turn, so that's a Wood Hammer off on somebody, so that's that. So let's begin. I'll start on normal. I let Torterra, because it just matches up well, so he does U-turn on me, 38%, no problem. I clicked Wood Hammer here, because I was thinking, I mean, what other play, you know? Because if he went Heatran, then I popped the air balloon, which I did, which was great. Now, why did I stay in here, you ask? The answer to that question is for absolutely no reason. I had a Barraskewda, anyway, so I just sacked Torterra, which was such a good way to pressure his whole team. And in time, I could have started predicting, like, if I forced something out with Torterra, I could have started predicting Bulu and going for heavy slams, which would have really rocked him. So yeah, I sacked it for no reason, and I don't mean like I over predicted, like thinking he would make a play or something. No, I didn't. I just sat there hoping he would. I don't know, like, for no reason, because like the end result is I go Barraskewda anyway, and I flip turn anyway, you know. So like, what's a little bit of HP matter on Barraskewda? Anyway, I go force him out. I'm like, okay, good. This is a free dual wing beat. I can check what he is. But of course, he prepped with Leo, so of course his water type is physically defensive with Rocky Helmet. So I had to switch out here. I was hoping he would Scald instead of like healing, because now I got him chipped. So he goes Bulu. I knew he was. So the reason I clicked T-Ball here is because I thought like maybe Heatran is the switch in. Obviously, it's going to be Bulu. That makes the most sense. But I was like, maybe it's going to be Heatran. So I just clicked Thunderbolt. But he goes into this thing, and I see it's Spadef, so that's not good. So I go into Hatterene as he subs. Now, the thing here was, like, I didn't have a switch into Bulu, realistically. Like, my switch into it was Torterra, pretty much. So I sacked that. So I Dazzling Gleam him. I knew he'd switch here into Heatran, so I hit him with the Magic Powder, turn him into a Psychic type. And then he rips off a Flash Cannon and does 67 to me, so that's a lot. But I did a lot to him. Now, the reason I switched here was because I was Custap Berry, so I thought if I can come in on something, I can get Custap Berry off, so that would be useful. Barraskewda, again, flip turn. Like, I'd still be alive here if I switched in on his Lava Plume in the first place, you know? So that's how pointless it was. This is a big play right here, right? So he goes into top of Bulu, right? So he's at, what, 62? I don't have my glasses. I can't see. Yeah, he's at 62, right? Yeah, 62. So I ran some calcs here, and I saw that on Raticate, it killed at 62. Like, double edge killed. He had no switch into double edge. Because Heatran dies, Quagsire dies, Azelf dies, Lando's 2-hit KO'd. So there's not a switch in for double edge. So I was like, okay, perfect. This is great. So this is the turn where everything would have been okay. This is the turn that would have made it okay to sack Torterra, because I would have got momentum. And look at his team. Like, it's already chipped. So yeah, he's got 100 on 3 of his Pokemon, but the other 3, one's at 74%, one's at 62, and the other is at 25. So the team is getting chipped. His team is more worn down than mine is. But I have a Torterra dead, so I've got the more meaningful damage on. So I run the calc and I see 62%, it dies. Raticate kills it. But as you can tell, he heals up an extra 12%. And I ran this calc. By the time I realized I was in with Rat, this is why the live video would have been funny, because my reaction to this was gold. I was all like, no, no, no. Because Rat broke everybody, you know? So I ran the calc here, and I realized that 74 is out of range. I think the max roll was, I think it was 63 or 73 or something like that. So I was like, oh man. At the same time, since I had no switch into top of Bulu, all I could do is click double edge. So I got 73 or 72, like that's almost max. I think that was max roll. But he throws up a leech seed on me, and it's all back. And I had to switch because I couldn't lose Rat there. If I lost Rat there, I lost the game. So I have to go into Aerodactyl now, threaten him out. He's obviously going Quagsire, so I had to double into Rat. Now, the reason I didn't double into Xurkitree was because I thought, again, another huge misplay, because the reason I didn't double Xurkitree, I'm just checking the time. The reason I didn't double Xurkitree is because I don't know, like, I don't know. It was reckless, to be honest. I wanted to break this thing, so whatever. So I clicked Swords Dance here because my idea was I'm going to 2-hit KO him, and then Lando's going to be forced in, and then I'll hit the Lando. But as you can see, from Recoil, Life Orb, and Helmet, I took so much damage that Rat was basically lost this game for nothing. Yeah, I basically broke Bulu and Quagsire, but I had nobody to capitalize on that. Here, I knew he'd switch, right? So I went Dazzling Gleam, thinking he might go Bulu. You know, whatever, get some chip on Lando. So I actually, like, the play that I had him make this turn was U-turn. I expected him to U-turn right here, because I didn't see what else would be useful, because if he Earthquakes, like, would you really because at this point, I thought he was Scarfed. Well, once I hit the Dazzling Gleam, that's when I knew he wasn't, because I knew he was Assault Vest as soon as I hit Dazzling Gleam. So I was thinking, like, you don't Earthquake here, because if you Earthquake, then Arrow comes in for free, and you're threatened out by Ice Punch, and you don't actually have a switch into Aerodactyl, because Quagsire is now 2-hit KO'd, and his whole team is outsped, so you would have to revenge with Azelf and so on, but, like, it's sack a Pokemon here, you know, if he got caught Earthquaking. Knock, I thought, made no sense either, because it's the same problem, because the fear is Aerodactyl comes in here, and Knock I didn't think made sense. Stone Edge is an interesting play, because, like, if you're, I don't know, Stone Edge was interesting, like, just to hit Aerodactyl, but it's entirely possible he didn't even run it. So I actually had him making the U-turn play here, and if I stayed in and I just clicked Dazzling Gleam again, something was gonna die, unless he brought one of the offensive Pokemon in. But Dragapult, dies to, well, Dragapult dies to Dazzling Gleam, to be honest, so he wouldn't go Dragapult. He probably wouldn't go, like, maybe he'd go Azelf, but that's still big chip, and he can't actually kill me, so, like, realistically, I could even potentially set up there and then clear the field for an arrow, to win, but I had him making the U-turn play, but I didn't stay in. Obviously, I should have, but I didn't. U-turns on this guy, you know, cool. Then he went into this. I'm like, okay, he must be Scarfed. I had to go Hat. So this was a roll. My Hatterene was at, what, 30... What was Hatterene at? 31? 33? Yeah, 33. 34 was the max roll. It was like 28 to 34. So it was in my favor to live there, and I would have got a Custap Dark Pulse off. Or I could have even got a Custap Healing Wish. But it is what it is. No, it's whatever. So here he goes Tapu Bulu, and I predicted him correctly, and I went for Dazzling Gleam. And he recovers so much here. So now, this is a big turn. This is the big turn I spoke about. This is the game-defining turn. Because if you look at the team, Quagsar's in range of Xurkitree, Heatran's in range, Dragapult's in range, and Azelf is in range. Those 4 Pokemon are in range of Xurkitree, with Lando being at 74. Now, Lando's only move to kill me is Earthquake, which gives me a free switch in to Aerodactyl. Now, he can predict, you know, he can do this and that, but I think when it came down to it, and he's facing a Xurkitree sweep, he'd Earthquake. And I think that's when I'd get Arrow in for free. Dragon Dance, or maybe I don't need a Dragon Dance, to be honest. Like, the combination of Xurkitree and Arrow right here did clean if I literally... Okay, so Xurkitree literally 6-0'd him here if Lando was in range. Everybody else was, right? This Tapu Bulu is at 25, but the min roll was like 24. So it was in my favor to kill him. The thing, though, is I know he has Protect. And if he protects here and gets the leftovers and the terrain, I lose. Because then he'll be at too much health, and Xurkitree even at +1 won't be able to kill him. So this turn is a big 50-50, because if he protects and heals, he wins. And like if I stay in, right? If he doesn't protect and he predicts my Aerodactyl coming in, he wins. So this turn and the turn before, Luis was taking like, he was taking an eternity to pick. And it's funny, in the live comm I was like, man, like if you're going to take an eternity to pick the right move, you know? At least pick the right move. So we resume the game. I go Aerodactyl and he gets me with a Horn Leech. So that's that. That's the game. I'm going to put it at fast. And Tapu Bulu chews everyone up. I had Ice Fang on this at a point, but I got rid of it. To be honest, when I went into the game, first thing I did, I opened the Barraskewda, and I'm like, so what moves does Barraskewda have? Apparently it got Poison Jab, which I would have definitely ran if I knew it. I somehow missed that. So right here, I was just going for broke. What I needed was to miss Zap Cannon. Then I needed to hit Zap Cannon and paralyze him, and hope that he stays paralyzed forever, basically. And then I could win, but then Lando killed me anyway, so I needed to like crit Energy Ball on him, but I don't think that was enough. So yeah, bad game. Deserved 6-0. Fat Leo out.